Yo, what is going on YouTube? Skateboard here, coming to you guys with another video. So today, what we're going to be talking about is the patch notes that came out yesterday. And I hope you guys are excited to talk about these patch notes because patch notes can affect the competitive really hard. Patch notes change the meta of the game. And these can really do justice we'll have to see what happens. These patch notes are really interesting. So I just thought I'd share it with you guys, and let's just get right on into it. So I'm basically just gonna be talking about the weapons and the specialist, and that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see the rest of the patch notes, let me know, and I will link it. I'm probably gonna link it anyways, but yeah, if you guys want to see what they did to like maps and like multiplayer, like just general what they changed, you guys can, I'll link the patch notes, you guys can read it all yourself. But nonetheless, I'm going to be talking about specialist and weapons. So let's get right on to the weapons, because I think the weapons are the most interesting to talk about, to be honest with you. So let's get right into the weapons. So first of all, let's start off with submachine guns. So the VMP, the ADS time slightly increased match out of the submachine guns. So you can ADS faster without quick draw faster. So that is a huge change. I mean, the VMP was already really good before, and now it's gonna just get better and better because the hip fire spread is increased to match other submachine guns as well. So the hip fire and the ADS time being quicker, it changes the submachine gun a lot, and it was already a viable gun for competitive, and now it just got better. So the VMP and the Vesper are definitely hands down the two best subs in my opinion. So next up is the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is a really good submachine gun. I personally like that weapon. It's a lot of fun to use, but they nerfed it. They nerfed the damage. It says close damage range slightly reduced. So I think it's still going to be an amazing gun for competitive, but I think you're going to see a lot more Razorbacks, and I'll tell you why. And that is because the Razorback damage range increased. So basically, they buffed the damage on the Razorback, and you're going to see a lot more Razorbacks in competitive. It's going to be basically in competitive, you saw like M8s, XR2s, Vesper VMPs, Pharaohs, and that's pretty much it. You saw ICRs too, but that's pretty much it in terms of like subs and ARs. And you do see occasional cans too. Like, don't get me wrong. You do see other weapons like the Manor, you see cans, but like those were the main guns that you saw all the time. Does that make sense? And so now I think you'll see a different variety of weapons a lot more because they're really balancing everything. And yeah, so I just think you're gonna see a lot more good stuff happening with competitive. So next up, we're going to talk about the assault rifles. The KN-44, they fixed the ADS view for iron sights when a clan tag or kill counter is attached to the weapon. So yeah, so that's what they changed about the KN-44. The XR2, the hip fire spread increased to match other assault rifles and a minor tweak to the fire rate. So they kind of buffed it a little bit, and I don't know. I still don't think it's gonna match to the M8, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, because we're going to get to the M8 here in a second. So the HVK-30 is increased ability to control recoil, and I think that's a huge thing that they did. I love that they did that because I will notice sometimes that, yeah, the recoil was a little interesting to control, but once you learn to control it, it was a good gun. But now that they've made it easier, it's just going to be 10 times better. But the ICR, they fixed an animation issue when the weapon had the Varix 3 optic and the suppressor attached. So I don't know about that animation, so I don't know what happened, but I guess they fixed that animation. So for those of you guys that complained about it, they fixed it. So yeah. So the M8A7, the fire rate increased, which is huge because the M8 was already good, and now it has an increased fire rate. Oh my gosh. And then they fixed an issue with the iron sight when the kill counter was attached. So the M8 just got really it just got really good. It got really good, and it was good before, and now it's definitely going to be the AR of choice in competitive. So next up, let's talk about shotguns, LMGs, and pistols, which is what I'm excited to talk about because there's some BS things that happen in competitive with these guns. So let's get right on started into this. The KRM-262 increased lethal range, and the Haymaker 12. I'm gonna go quickly past the shotguns because I don't know. I just want to get into the LMGs and pistols. So Haymaker 12 fire rate and damage range slightly reduced, and the Argus ADS time increased, so aim down sight time increased, and close range damage increased. So LMG, the main one I want to talk about is the Gorgon, so I'm going to breeze through the BRM Dingo and 48 Dredge. So BRM ADS speed slightly reduced, Dingo in increased ability to control recoil, Gorgon, this is the stuff I want to talk about. Clip size reduced from 50 to 40, so they reduced the clip size. ADS time has been slowed down, so no fast ADS anymore. No longer deals extra damage to vehicles without FMJ, increased recoil, and increased hip fire spread. So they nerfed the Gorgon dramatically. That submachine gun, that LMG basically went to trash, and I kind of like that because the Gorgon was overpowered, and I'm glad they fixed it. But the 48 Dredge, a fixed magazine count on extended mag. This was previously ending in 1 bullet. And then they're playing a 6-round burst. Audio when the last bullet was fired, and then they slightly increased the ADS time. So yeah, that's what they did with 48. Now this is what I want to talk about. Pistols, LCAR 9, the close damage range slightly reduced. So they nerfed the LCAR 9s because you guys don't understand, the dual weld LCAR 9s were insane. I mean, literally insane. And I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how frustrating those guns were to me. But anyways, and then the equipment that they nerfed was the Thermite, which is awesome because Thermite was overused in Hardpoint. If you didn't ban it in the Ban and Protect system, people would use that 100%. So they damage rate reduced. Now it takes longer to get killed by Thermite, which is awesome. So yeah. So that's what they did to the guns. Now let's just quickly talk about the Specialist, and then I will link the description, or I will put in the description the patch notes. So Specialist, Outrider, Vision Pulse ability, recharge rate has been slightly reduced. With the Nomad, fixed an issue with the unlock requirements for the 9th helmet. Reject ability, recharge speed has been slightly increased. Hive, trigger radius slightly reduced. They nerfed Hive, buff Reject, and nerfed Vision Pulse. The Reaper, they nerfed the Scythe, as in Scythe had its ammo reduced from 200 to 160. So, and then the Firebreak, the Heat Wave ability recharge rate has been slightly increased. So there you guys have it. Those are the patch notes that I just wanted to quickly talk about, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed talking about the patch notes and how I think they will change competitive and blah blah blah. So yeah. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay with the ICR. I was having fun with it in public matches, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the patch notes. Hopefully you guys agree with all the patch notes, because I do. I love these updates. Treyarch does an amazing job, and yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. This has been your boy Skater Boy, and as always, love y'all homies. Peace out.